What's good? What's good? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Bryce Reacts. We here when today we reacting to Rick Ross going off the Richter scale and really wilding out. I don't know what's been going on with Rose ever since 2024 with this whole Drake situation. Because at this point, I don't know. It just coming off as just like straight up like craziness at this point. I don't even know what else to call it because French Montana clearly tried to help him clear it up. French Montana said multiple times, "I don't have a problem with Drake. Completely understand why the record didn't come." It's so for like him to be like the guy that's supposed to be a middleman in between this whole situation, help him and Drake supposedly had. For the public's eye, had a great relationship. Had been dropping music all the way up to like 2020. I want to say 2024, maybe. No, I would say probably 2023 was their last record, and like he just having nonstop wilding. Like I said, even like a week before Iceman dropped, him and French Montana on the interview, and he's trying to like apologize. He's trying to like walk it back a little bit, but then at the end of it, he was like something about I can't take niggas with big noses serious, like or like something with noses or something, like cosmetically done to him. So I don't know what's been up with Ross, but with that being said, man, he had a recent interview with Patrick Ben David, and he asked him a couple different questions about the Drake and Iceman situation, and it was interesting. So I just wanted to react to it. So let's get into that right now, man.
Did you put Drake at your level?
No.
You're not putting Drake at your level.
No, see, you might be, I could see it in your eyes, you might be confused with the numbers and all of the fake numbers flood the marketplace, 50 something. That shit ain't nothing. Remember what I told you, the streets are the streets. If Drake was what he thought, what you think he was or what he thought he was.
So, I mean, we'll just stop it right there real quick because even off the first question, like, do you think Drake is a peer? Like, brother, what? He said no. The nigga said no. There's the guy that you've had, I want to say at least 100 different shoulder-to-shoulder moments with in your career. It's not a peer. Obviously, you know what? You're right. He isn't a peer. He's clearly better than you. So when Patrick Ben David asks you that, your subconscious has no choice but to say, no, I'm not a peer. After you've rolled and ridden a nigga coattail for over a decade now, of course, you can't say he's a peer because at this point, anything else to like shit on him is blasphemous, bro. Like this nigga put way too much money in your pockets, way too much success in your area, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, no, I don't get this from Ross at all. Rage bait for real. At this point, it's complete rage bait.
Waiting after you seen people put ice in the middle of places and promoted and marketed and the world knew what day it was coming out and the shit came out and really, folded.
Have you personally listened?
That nigga said it really came out and folded after hasn't even listening to it. And I mean, I can't honestly fathom what does he mean when he say folded. I honestly can't fathom what he mean when he say folded. Iceman did 460, but BT did 414, and Made Honor did 109. All together, that's 683. He sold shy under 700 with 3 albums. Brother. Where was the flop? What did J. Cole do first week? What did Kendrick do first week? What did anybody that dropped this year do first week? Nothing close to that. So, like, for this to be even a conversation about flopping and shit, it's like, once again, nigga just talking out of his ass, and it's utterly insane. Nothing about this is a flop. This is a major accomplishment. I can't think of the last album that sold around 700 or even close to that.
Listen to every single one of the tracks in the new album?
No, I couldn't do it. I mean, Pitchfork gave it, I said it was mid. Mid meant 5. Pitchfork gave it a 4 point something. I don't know. But it was like, no one's my friend.
So I want to stop it right there real quick as well. So I found some Pitchfork ratings that I found was interesting. So they gave the Drake one a 4.8 or something like that. But then you got Sexy Red right here, 5.7. It's Ice Spice record, Y2K 7.6, Eminem Revival 5.0, and then I don't know what the fuck this Pepper the Pig stuff is, but like that's what I mean with like, bro, and nobody taking that type of shit serious. You talk about what the streets is talking about, it's clearly a bigger difference than any of these albums. Like GNX, like I don't know anybody in real life that think GNX is better than Iceman. Like that's insane to even say that. So the fact that it's almost 2-3 points ahead, which even then I think GNX is rated criminally low here. I think it's way better than a fall off as well, but they got it pretty close, which to me is just hate. Then they give Made an Honor an 8. It's just like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Those are some other ones I found. Cardi B a 6.6. Am I the Drama? Like, the album wasn't bad, but like, stop it. Stop it. It's nowhere near this Drake project. And that just says a lot. But with that being said, we got some more Rick Ross conversation I want to kind of react to.
Too many joints. Like, we work together too.
Let me ask you a question.
Is
Rick Ross without them hits?
But your whole roster, actually.
Rick Ross is still Rick Ross without them hits. No, he's not.
I think he is. Of course, like, his legacy is like, was probably submitted. But like, him being able to stay relevant the last 10 so years was definitely a big product of Drake. And there's no doubt about it. And I say Meek Mill as well, but like, we talk about Rick Ross's projects. Like, I can't think of a Rick Ross project that anybody's talked about recently outside of that duo project with him and Meek Mill. We just go to look at this. Like, this was his last project, Richer Than I Ever Been, dropped in 2021, 30,000 first week. And I mean, I'm pretty sure if we go look at some of the albums he dropped right like in the last like 3, 4, 5 years before that, probably similar success level. So with that being said, like, I get what he's saying. Like, I get what they're saying. Like, Rick Ross is Rick Ross, but like at a certain point, like, he wouldn't even be able to coast this long without it. Like, I even pulled up a couple, well, all of his top records actually. So we can go from the bottom. Actually, probably be smarter to go from. So you got Hustling, Push It, Boss, Here I Am, Magnificent, and then so when Drake pops up in 2010. So from 06 to 09, like, he had a run. Like, it wasn't super dominant or anything like that, but when you find, like I said, he get with Meek Mill, he started getting with Wayne, he started getting with Drake, that helped push his career to a different level. And you see him feature with Kanye, you see him feature with Drake. Welcome to My Hood, that's Wayne, that's DJ Khaled. John, that's Wayne. 9 Piece, that's Wayne. I Am On One, that's Khaled and Drake and Wayne. That Way, Jeremiah and Wale, which that's not bad. That was a good record. You the Boss, Ambition, once again, Wale. So it's like, bro, he started living on features damn near after 2009. So like, is Rick Ross still Rick Ross? Yes, because of the talent level and even being able to have a guy that wants to collab with you like Drake as much as he did shows a certain level of respect and talent level. I won't ever shit on that. But to act like there's not a conversation to be had, like, nah, nigga, Drake really did push you to a certain level. Nah, we know that for a fact. Like, that's not the question for me. It's like I said, he clearly had a run. But even then, I say Rick Ross got 2 to 2.5 classic albums. That puts you in a certain catalog of like B+ artists. So you got to commend that even in itself, because there's a lot of niggas that don't make it to that far to even have 1 or 2 classic albums. So I got to give Ross his credit. Like, he made a lot of enjoyable music for me, but don't get it twisted, bro. Like, he wrote on a lot of niggas' coattails post 2010, 2013 for real. Like, say crossover, it's like he definitely he helped him cross over to a younger audience and keep that going, because he wasn't gonna survive off the backs of Hustling and Push It. Like, even then, like that, those records don't last long. You put them on right now, it's like them hoes cool, but no one's like them. Not like them nostalgic classics like that. Maybe I'm tripping, but like for me, when I talk about crossover, Drake definitely helped that nigga cross over from that type of era of 2009s and shit like that all the way to like the 2015, post 2015 kind of generations and stuff like that was involved in listening to music. So I do think there was a crossover there, because then you get obviously like John, 9 Piece, but I'm On One, Stay Scheming. Like, brother, like them type of records went so crazy with my generation. Like, Rick Ross definitely ate off that. Bag of Money, that's Meek Mill, T-Pain. I Wish I Had You, Pop That. Once again, a huge record, Drake and Wayne. Diced Pineapples, that's Wale and who? That's Wale and who? Hold on. Yeah, I didn't want to overspeak, but yeah, that's Drake. Wale and Drake. So back-to-back records for him with Wale and Drake, or I mean Drake in it. Excuse me. Then you get Bugatti, that's Future, another guy helping him cross over. Then you ain't even know it, another guy helping him cross over. Then back to Drake and Wayne. Like, bro, let's just be real. Let's just be real. Fuck with you, y'all know I got it. That's a tough record with him and Ross. I mean, him and Jay-Z. The Devil Is a Lie. That's him and Kanye. Wait, or no, that's his record. That's his record, I think. Sanctified, that's his record. New Flame. Sorry, I'm trying to see Purple Lamborghini. On Everything, What's Free, that's Meek and Jay-Z. Money in the Grave, Gold Roses, Lemon Pepper. Like, what was this era? So, like, from 2021, like, come on. Like, let's see from when did I feel like it really picked up the most? So, from Pop That, so from 2012 to 2021 was a big portion. And even if you're not saying Drake, it's so many other artists that he had to use to help keep him going. Like, let's be real. All of these are damn near features or some type of collab project or collab work.
Not really, actually.
Yes.
No, not really.
Them Drake songs. Cross them over to where?
No, they didn't.
Where'd he go?
What crossed them?
Most definitely helped them cross over. Because you got to think of all the artists that didn't like transition well into that era. That was from Ross era. It's a lot of artists from that era. So let me look up something real quick. So I'm just scrolling through some names right now. I seen Cameron, 2006. Who else I seen? That was somewhere relevant. Even like a Juvenile from 2006 was relevant. The Game, I think, stayed relevant. He was able to cross over to the younger generation post 20, like 12 and stuff like that, 2010s for real. But like Cameron wasn't. DJ Khaled, for instance, I don't think he transitioned well. Like the run he had and the success he had, like people still like looked at his name and would like talk about him because he was also great at marketing, but like nobody was really checking for him for real. Like I wouldn't say that transition happened smoothly. What are some other rappers? Rick Ross here, Outkast, obviously they just didn't drop anymore. Young Dro, but he didn't have a long career. Lupe Fiasco is a good example. Ludacris is obviously a good example, even though he transitioned to music. Gucci Mane, he definitely transitioned well. That's crazy. He was dropping all the way in 2006. Lil Wayne transitioned well. Jay-Z, I mean, I just say he kind of retired. I can't even say he didn't. He transitioned. Clips didn't transition well. Like they came back recently, but like, who else? Let's say Too Short. Yeah, that's. I'm now seeing other names like Jules Santana, Jeezy, T.I. didn't necessarily translate well post 2012, 2010. Like he was still relevant, but yeah, it's a lot of names. So I say with that writing a lot of those features, which is a credit answer. Like you got to give credit to Rick Ross. You got to salute him for being smart and being innovative and seeing like there's a young wave of guys that's relevant that like if I fuck with, like I can keep this shit going. But to be now 40, 50 years old, acting like clueless, like I said, like a lot of these moments didn't happen between him and Drake. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. Calling this man a white boy and all this other shit, like, bro, like at a certain point, I got too much loyalty in my bones and in my spirit for me to ever operate like that towards somebody that made money to me. Even if I fell out with them, even if I don't fuck with them no more. Like it gets to a certain point where I respect you too much for me to be out in public acting and acts like that. I don't act like that towards people I don't like. Like, like if I don't fuck with you, bro, I won't acknowledge you. I won't mention your name. Like you don't exist to me. So for a Rick Ross to be this type of guy just feels like clout chasing, rage baiting, like hater ass shit trying to fit in a moment. Just like no different than Kanye. Like that's the difference. It's like obviously, I don't think no one's respecting what Rick Ross is saying now in 2024, 2025, or 2026. Excuse me, I meant to say 2026. But like, what was the difference between Kanye was like, Kendrick, I got you, let me hop out there, and then him doubling down and then like Kendrick's ass, all that shit, like a couple weeks later, like just doing weird shit just to hop into the moment. Like, what's the difference from Rick Ross? outside of there's an affiliation of Drake, and the fact that affiliation got and a guy that he fucks with is switching up on him could possibly make Drake look a certain type of way. But in reality, it just shows that he's just as lunatic, like just as crazy, or if not weird as Kanye. But with that being said, man, appreciate y'all watching. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. I'm trying to drop every day. I got a video dropping every day. So with that being said, man, like, subscribe. Y'all stay tuned, man. It's been fun, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace. I'm out.